Welcome back, boys. Welcome back to JO2. You guys seem to really enjoy the last video, so I'll make it, this intro brief. Welcome back. The premise of this episode, should you take a gap year? Now, the other option I put on the Twitter poll to decide the first 2 or 3 of these was, should you go to college? I don't feel that I'm able to fully answer that right now. I mean, this is my first semester. I don't think it's worth it. But can I answer the question of should you take a gap year? Well, I'm going to try. The other one I'll answer down the line a little bit. If you enjoy, be sure to, leave a like and subscribe. If you have a question or scenario that you want me to give you advice for, or just something in general in that vein, DM it to me on Twitter or send it to me over email, and let's get started. So the answer is gonna be different based on where you are and what your situation is. I'm gonna tell you the situation, my situation going into college, and a friend of mine's situation without giving out too many details. For me, I was heavily debating taking a gap year. And a gap year isn't a bad thing. It's if you don't know what you want to do, or if you just want to take some time, as long as you are sure you'll go back. Not everyone can go back from a gap year. That's one of the main cons of it. If you take a gap year, then you're not going to want to go back for a lot of people. So just keep that in mind. But I had a friend who actually is taking a gap semester, but is hoping to go in the spring. So if you're thinking of taking a gap semester, honestly, pretty solid idea. Except for one thing. Besides the fact that you may not want to go back, and it may turn into a gap year because of scenarios in the world. That's why they are taking a gap semester. They didn't want to deal with some of the things going on right now in college. They just wanted to take some time off, live a little, then go, which I can respect. As for the other issues, scholarships and grants, you might lose those, and I get that's a big reason people don't take a gap year, gap semester, or whatever. So I understand that as well. Those are the cons to taking one. What about the pros? What about the pros, JL3? Well, as I said before, there's a couple pros. You might not know for sure what you want to major in or what you want to do or where you want to go. So it might be better to just take a bit of time off first, maybe get a little bit of work experience in, figure out what your biggest passion is or what you think you could do. Because hypothetically, you're going to college to get connections. That's the main key for college nowadays. That's really all it's good for a lot of degrees, unless you're STEM degree. I would understand. I am one for now until I probably switch, to be honest. But that's something for another. That's something we can do that next week or some other time. Basically, it could you just might not know what you want to do yet. It could be a case where you can't afford it yet. Maybe you just need to get some work and get a bit of money behind you. Don't want to take all of the loans. Don't want to have debt for the next 50 years. You'll still have debt for at least 10, probably, regardless of where you go. I got lucky enough to where I got 2 grants and I went local. So right now I don't have to pay that much. When I transfer to get a bachelor, I'll collect debt like every other broke college student. I'm still a broke college student. It's just I got it a bit cheaper for now. Just for now though. So, that's fun. So basically, to recap, is it a good idea to take a gap year or gap semester or whatever? The answer doesn't change that much between those two things. Honestly, if you don't know what you want to do yet, or if you think it's best for you to get a bit of work experience first, get situated, everyone's situation is different, so I can't give it a definitive answer. To me, if those, if you won't lose grants, scholarships, or anything like that, and you aren't confident you know what you want to do or don't want to go yet, I recommend either taking a gap semester, maybe taking a gap year if you need it, or if you still want to go, get your gen eds out of the way if you still need them. Just go to get your gen eds done. That's what I plan on doing. I plan on going to get my gen eds once I got my first grant, and then when I got the second, I said, okay, fine, I'll do this thing, because I got the first grant as I was filling out classes. And I just put down the degree, computer science degree. It's what I plan to do, but I'm probably going to switch after this semester, to be honest. And then they gave me the second grant, which paid for the rest, if you want to know. And that's how I was able to afford it at a decent price this semester, at least. And then I just said, yeah, okay, we'll at least keep going at least till next semester. I guess for the first year, not first semester. First year, I'll be able to at least be able to afford it, and we'll figure it out from there. So basically, if it's right for you, then those qualifications, go for it. If you know what you want to do, or you're a STEM major and you just want to get it out of the way, then maybe not. If you just want to, like I said, just getting college out of the way in general, then sure. If you want to go now and deal with possibly risking online and a bunch of other things, because schooling online sucks for a lot of people, for the majority of people, I think it's safe to say. For me, it sucks, so I'm going off that, to be honest. If you're able to bear with that, then maybe go now. But if you're somebody who wants to wait until after all that's been dealt with, maybe take a gap semester or gap year as well. But that's pretty much the best advice I can give you on this topic. If you want me to talk about something else, you can leave in the comments too, I guess. It's just Twitter DMs or email would be preferred, but I can look at the comments too. Share this with somebody if they need it, and I'll be back next week with another one of these.